They say the baseball dies. Each swing extracts a piece of the soul, leaving behind only the dust of former glory. But what happens when the mechanism refuses to wear down? When the clock begins to turn backward, defying the laws of aging and decay that govern mere mortals? We speak tonight of Albert Pujols, a titan who stood in the batter's box, not as a man battling time, but as time itself, manifested in pinstripes and a chilling, unwavering gait. His shadow stretched long over the diamond, an impossible figure whose later years should have been riddled with compromise and decline, yet instead were marked by a chilling, relentless accumulation of legend. Listen closely, for the whispers from the dugout suggest that this longevity was not merely skill or dedication. It was something unholy. The year 2008 felt like a lifetime ago, a distant memory swallowed by the churning vortex of the 21st century baseball machine, yet Pujols endured, an echo in the present. He was supposed to fade, to become archival footage, but the machine kept hitting, the ancient gears grinding forward with terrible efficiency. Within the last 15 years, specifically during the twilight years of his career, Pujols amassed a home run total that alone would qualify many players for respected careers. Yet for him, it was merely supplemental documentation of an extended pact with the void. His RBI numbers continued to climb, relentless as creeping moss on a tombstone, adding finality to games long after logic suggested his contribution should have diminished. Consider the horrifying fact that in 2022, his age 42 season, he hit 24 home runs, a number many struggling youngsters would trade their ligaments for. This late-career power surge felt less like revitalization and more like a final, terrifying burst of captured energy, stolen from the essence of the game itself just before the final curtain. Even as the game evolved around him, embracing speed and analytics, Pujols stood as a monolith, hitting bombs the way ancient stone tablets recorded curses. The milestones weren't celebrated. They were merely recorded, marking checkpoints on a seemingly endless march toward statistical immortality. When he joined the 700 home run club, it wasn't a triumph. It was a confirmation of his status as a permanent fixture in the darkest corners of baseball history, alongside legends whose names feel weighted with history and sorrow. He didn't just meet expectations in his final years. He exceeded the physical limits imposed on athletes in their late 30s and early 40s, displaying the professional consistency of a programmed automaton. This unnatural resilience, this lack of physical degradation, suggested an internal mechanism shielded from the normal stresses of athletic life. It was a terrifying grace, watching a creature who should have been slowing down instead effortlessly pull fastballs deep into the night sky, their trajectory illuminated by the eerie glow of the stadium lights. He was the ghost in the machine, running the bases with the weight of decades upon his shoulders, yet never stumbling. The climax of this horror show wasn't a single home run. It was the realization of the sheer, statistical, inhuman gap he created. We already acknowledged the 700 home runs, the terrifying accumulation, but consider this. Pujols is the only player in Major League Baseball history with over 3,000 hits, 700 home runs, and 2,000 RBIs. Only one. This isn't just excellence. This is an anomaly so profound it tears the fabric of statistical probability, whispering dark implications about the nature of his endurance. That his physical form was merely a vessel designed for the sole purpose of accumulating baseball statistics with horrific efficiency. He didn't just beat the averages. He redefined the boundaries of what a human body could achieve in a high-impact sport for over 2 decades. The true horror lies in the solitude of that record, the sheer, isolated terror of being the only one capable of such prolonged, devastating production. Something had to be sacrificed for such longevity, something more than just Sundays off. Do not look too closely at the numbers. Sometimes, the truth hidden within the statistics is colder than death itself.